Tonight, before you go to sleep, you're going to do something so normal, so automatic, that you probably won't even notice it. You'll flip a switch, and suddenly, light will flood the room. But for almost all of human history, that moment didn't exist. For over 300,000 years, when the sun disappeared, the world became truly dark. Not phone battery died dark, not streetlights outside your window dark, real darkness. The kind of darkness where you couldn't even see your own hand in front of your face. And yet, every single one of your ancestors survived inside that darkness for thousands upon thousands of generations, which raises a terrifying question. What exactly did humans do all night before electricity existed? Because the answer changes everything we think we know about sleep, about fear, about storytelling, and maybe even about what it means to be human. And the strangest part, your body still remembers that ancient world, even if your mind has forgotten it. What humans did at night before electricity. Imagine standing alone in the wilderness 100,000 years ago. No flashlight, no lantern, no house, no walls, just darkness. And somewhere beyond the trees, something is watching you. Humans today forget something important. We are not built for the dark. Compared to predators, human night vision is terrible. Leopards could see us. Hyenas could smell us. Wolves could hear us breathing. But we were nearly blind before humans learned to control fire. Nighttime was basically a death sentence. When the sun disappeared, our ancestors climbed trees, hid in caves, or stayed completely still, because moving at night meant risking death. And this fear shaped human psychology forever, even today. Most people feel slightly uncomfortable in complete darkness. Not because they're weak, because some ancient part of the brain still remembers. For hundreds of thousands of years, darkness meant danger. But then, humanity discovered something that changed everything. Fire. The oldest evidence of controlled fire dates back roughly 1 million years. And humans didn't just use fire to stay warm. Fire completely rewired human civilization. Think about this carefully. Before fire, the useful human day ended at sunset. That's it. Once darkness arrived, life stopped. But fire created something humanity had never truly possessed before. Extra time, for the first time in history. Humans could remain awake safely after dark. A campfire created a circle of protection. Anthropologists estimate roughly 30 feet inside the light. Relative safety, outside the light. Predators, death, darkness itself split. Light means survival. Darkness means the unknown, and slowly, the night transformed from something terrifying into something magical. And this is where the story becomes incredible. Scientists studying modern hunter-gatherer tribes discovered something fascinating. During the daytime, human conversations were mostly practical. Food, hunting, tools, arguments, problems. But at night around the fire, everything changed. Suddenly humans began telling stories. Myths, legends, ghost stories, dreams, adventures. Jokes. Ideas. For the first time, people weren't just thinking about survival anymore. They were imagining things that didn't physically exist. And some anthropologists believe this moment, the moment humans gathered around fire and shared stories, was the true birth of civilization. Because storytelling changed the human brain forever. Stories allowed humans to pass knowledge across generations. Stories created religion, culture, identity, morality. Entire civilizations began beside fires in the dark. The campfire became humanity's first movie theater, its first classroom, its first church, and sitting there, under the stars, humans slowly became human. Modern humans have almost completely lost something our ancestors saw every single night, the real night sky. Today, most people never truly see the stars. Cities erase them. Street lights erase them. Screens erase them. But ancient humans lived beneath a sky so full of stars that the Milky Way stretched across the heavens like smoke. Imagine looking upward every single night and seeing infinity. No wonder ancient people believed gods lived in the sky. No wonder humans invented myths. No wonder they asked impossible questions. Where did we come from? What happens after death? Why are we here? Because when humans sat beside fires, staring into endless stars, their minds began reaching beyond survival, and maybe that was the moment consciousness itself evolved. But what scientists discovered next was even stranger. You were never designed to sleep the way you do today. That sounds insane. But history says otherwise. For centuries, people all across the world described something called first sleep and second sleep. Historians found references everywhere. Ancient diaries, medical records, letters, religious texts, even literature. People would go to sleep shortly after sunset, sleep for about 4 hours, then naturally wake up in the middle of the night. And they wouldn't panic, because this was normal. They would stay awake for 1 or 2 peaceful hours, thinking, talking, praying, reflecting, sometimes visiting neighbors, and then eventually return to sleep again until sunrise. Human sleep used to come into separate phases, and almost nobody alive today even knows it existed. Now here's where things become disturbing. In 1992, scientists removed artificial light from volunteers for several weeks. And something unbelievable happened. Without electricity, every participant naturally returned to the exact same ancient sleep pattern. For hours asleep, awake in the middle of the night. Then asleep again. Nobody instructed them to do it. Their bodies simply remembered, as if some ancient biological program had been buried beneath modern life this entire time. And during those quiet nighttime hours, participants described feeling strangely peaceful, almost meditative, not anxious, not stressed, calm, reflective, human, which raises a haunting possibility. What if waking up at 2 a.m. isn't actually a disorder? What if your brain is trying to return to the way humans naturally lived for hundreds of thousands of years? Then humanity destroyed the night. Street lamps appeared. Candles became cheaper. Cities became brighter, and in 1879, Thomas Edison commercialized the electric light bulb within a single generation. Humanity's relationship with darkness completely changed. The night vanished. For the first time in human history, humans could ignore sunset, ignore circadian rhythms, ignore sleep itself, and slowly, modern life disconnected us from the biological rhythms that shaped humanity for 300,000 years. Today, the average person is exposed to artificial light for 7 or 8 hours after sunset, and your brain cannot fully distinguish artificial light from the sun. Every screen, every LED, every late-night scroll tells your ancient brain it's still daytime, and maybe that's the saddest part. We gained endless light, but we lost the night. We lost silence. We lost stars, we lost reflection. We lost the strange peaceful state between first and second sleep. We lost the feeling of sitting beside fire while stories echoed through darkness for hundreds of thousands of years. Humans ended their nights staring into flames, thinking about life, dreams, death, love, and tomorrow. Now, most people fall asleep staring at glowing screens. And maybe some ancient part of us misses what we lost. Tonight, before you turn off the lights, pause for a moment. Imagine the darkness your ancestors lived inside for 300,000 years. Imagine the fires, the stories, the stars, the silence. Because for almost all of human history, night wasn't empty. Night was where humans became human. And most of us never even realized it disappeared. If you enjoyed this journey into forgotten human history, subscribe for more stories hidden inside the past.